Hey guys, welcome back to Coburg TV. I thought we were done for the year, all the milestones were done, then Pete McEvoy decides to go and retire on us. So, no, but in all seriousness, we'll do an episode for Pete. I think it'd be nice to reflect on his career with some of his teammates, ask them about some of their best memories of Pete and some things that they love about him before. Hopefully we send him off with a win up in Southport, so come with us. Andrew, although you've been Peter's coach the last couple of years, 3 years, you've had a long experience with Peter. It's not just the last 3 years. It goes back a bit longer than that.
It does, and that's probably because we're both really old.
Okay, yep. Now we're talking all things Pete. That's really just put me off, yeah. Anyway, questions about Peter. The best game that you remember, doesn't have to be while you were here, that you recall Pete playing.
Yes. So one when I wasn't here, I watched it on TV, and Pete kicked 6 against Frankston. But then one just this year that I did have the fortune of coaching. He had 25 disposals versus Geelong, which I think is the most that he's had in a VFL game.
Yeah, that would be up there. Took a few marks that day as well.
He did. He was very good.
He's had a couple of blinders in my time, but the most memorable one for me will probably be his 50th game. That was
very common.
That was also my first win for Coburg, so it just made the day a little bit more memorable. But I think he kicked 6 and had about 25 and was marking everything that day. So.
Lapped up the media time afterwards.
I loved it, didn't he?
I think it was his 50th game against Frankston. He kicked 6 goals, and I actually took the media away from his brother for once, so that was pretty massive for him.
I do remember that. Ben was at the game, and they wanted to get him for an interview, but Pete played so well that they got Pete.
Yeah, so it was really good. And then the next day on the footy show and stuff, they actually spoke about Pete instead of big boys, so that was a good day.
Unreal.
It'd have to be his 50th game against Frankston. Took the mickey, like 5 goals, heaps of marks. He just dominated for his big occasion.
Channel 7 game, interview after the game.
Loved it.
Kid signing.
All about him.
It was probably 3-4 weeks ago against Geelong. Absolute blinder, so can't go past that.
Yeah, stuffed the stat sheet at ripe old age of 31.
He did.
Played well this year, took 17 marks or something against Geelong, but I think his 50th was probably his best for mine. Don't remember his exact stats, but quite a few goals, quite a few marks, and then a big interview after the game on Channel 7, which he soaked up as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the two very common ones. Favourite Peter McEvoy memory?
We had a footy trip in Adelaide a couple of years ago, and he was, as we say, worst on the first night, and we were at Morpheville races the next day, and he had to wear a really bad tie, and he had to get banished up the top of the grandstand for about an hour, so he just sat up by himself for an hour in time out, and he wasn't happy.
That was very funny.
Well, it's not necessarily related to his football, but just I've never seen anybody put more time and effort into editing and animations from a video perspective. He has a lot of fun. I don't know how he has that much time as a father, a captain, a pretty important job, but good.
There's a few good examples. There was X's 100th, and some of the photos were animated and were spinning on the screen.
They were. He's got
very
a talent,
fun.
that's for sure.
Silly Sunday 2 years ago, walks in as Wolverine, unreal, grew a beard for 6 months, and looked unreal, so
I had no idea what that beard was for until Silly Sunday. It was unreal.
That game would have to be up there, and then just all his carry on about it since. I remember my 50th game, he was telling me that he's set the bar high for milestone games, and I need to have a ripper game like him, so just all the carry on from that.
One silly Sunday, he rocked up as old boy Pete, and he was had so much makeup on, took him ages, and he actually looked unbelievably old. Older than usual.
Older than you normally.
Yeah, he looked...
Which is hard to do.
Instead of looking 50, he looked about 80, so it was pretty crazy.
I was lucky enough to get invited to his wedding, not footy related, but I guess that's personally probably one of my favourite things about Coburg is just our friendship that we've sort of developed along the way. And I'd only sort of known Pete maybe even less than a year and got an invite to his wedding, so he put his faith in me, and that was a great memory of Pete.
Nice. Something you love about Peter and something that might tick you off a little bit about the big fella?
I like a lot about Pete. He's a really caring friend and teammate to everyone, but in particular me. He's always the first person to sort of check in on how everyone's going, and it never feels like a tick box. It's always genuine care and genuine love. Most annoying thing about Pete, I had to think about it a little bit before this, but Probably just how much he thinks he knows about basketball. He actually just has no idea, and he's just the clear nuffy of the group. But we let him play along.
Yeah, he's just a genuine bloke, genuine good bloke. I don't know, you can't really fault anything with Pete McEvoy. Like, he's just ultimate professional, good teammate, good player. Yeah, never stuffs up.
Anything you hate? Or dislike? Hate's a strong word.
Carries on a bit about his choy chart with the Mad Monday. Doesn't like skull and beers.
Yeah, it's probably the same thing, just that he's so perfect. So I love that he does everything right, and I also sometimes get a little bit annoyed that he does everything.
Do something
right.
wrong.
He's just the perfect human being.
I don't like the fact that he's leaving because it means I'm the oldest player on the list now. So I was hoping he would stay until I left. But what I love about him, I think that he gets so much like praise for being a professionalism and all his professionalism and stuff like that, which is all true. But I think what gets forgotten sometimes is how much fun he actually is as well. Like people might see professionalism and that's some dry, boring person, but that's not Pete. Even though sometimes maybe he gets made fun of for that. So a lot of fun. He's made silly Sundays and interview celebrations anytime we're out. A lot of fun too. So I'm gonna miss that.
I love how it probably ties into one. I think how consistent and I don't know, just how professional he is. Like, I like it, but I hate it also. So
some people look bad.
Yeah, exactly right.
I love how generous he is with his time. From the person who's the newest to the club to the longest person there, who gives up his time for anyone. I dislike about Pete, he always tries to kiss me. So I don't know what that is. He sees me in the change rooms, tries to kiss me. I always say, stop, I've got a girlfriend, but I don't know, it's really weird.
Yeah, that's pretty strange. I wouldn't like that either. And then, what you're going to miss most about him as he retires, and just a message for Pete.
Miss everything, really. He's a great person to have around the club. He's like another father figure. He's awesome. He'll do anything for you. And just good luck this week, Pete. It's been an absolute honour to play with you for the last 5 to 6 years, and going to miss you heaps. So thanks, mate.
Miss most just sort of his presence around the club. Like, obviously he's an unreal leader. Like, everyone can learn from him. Me as a full back, small forwards, mids, just everyone can take something away from him. So just his presence around the ground. There was a message. Just congrats on the career, mate. Obviously, you've done a lot, put a lot of hard work in, and it shows. Like, the way everyone looks up to you. As soon as I came into the club, you just stood out as an unreal leader and player. You'll definitely be missed around the club. So enjoy the rest of your life without playing footy every week.
Pete's made me grow as a player, so I just miss, I'm going to miss having him around, and he's made me grow as a person, and I just wish him all the best. Like, he's given so much to Coburg and myself and so many players like yourself over 6-7 years, so wish him all the best with him and his family, and I'm just happy to have met him along the way. So
nice. Thanks, Wizza.
Thanks, mate.
I think he's, and I've said this a few times, he's had such a big presence around this place. He walks into the room, he commands the respect of his peers. As we sort of just joked about, he is perfect and an ultra professional, and I think that sort of engages others to sort of behave and act that way. So, I think I'll certainly miss the standards that he sets, but more so the personal conversations that we have in the week to week, which I'm sure we'll keep up as a friend, and in many ways, we're only 2 years apart, and I'm at the start of my coaching journey, and he's a great leader, and in some respects a bit of a mentor, and a guide for the players feel and what they're thinking, and he's been really honest with his feedback towards me. We've had a great relationship, which is both challenging and respectful, so I will miss that from a football sense, but that'll continue on from a life sense.
I don't really know what Coburg is without Pete. I've never been at the club without him here, so he's going to leave a massive hole. There's no doubt the club's worse off without him, so it's going to be on us to kind of fill the void, but it's just going to be such a different club without him, and hopefully we can get a win to celebrate his career, but he's had such a huge impact on the club and on me and everyone here, so he's leaving a huge hole.
Nice, Ryan. Thanks for your time, mate.
No worries.
I'm going to miss Pete a lot being at the footy club. It was was a sad night when he announced he was going to go. But yeah, like we're still going to be just as good mates. But I'm not going to be lucky to see him, 3 or 4 times a week, which I enjoy seeing him the most. He's been one of my favourite teammates ever, and probably definitely my most favourite captain. Ryan can sit in second for that one. No, all the best, Pete. You're a great dad. You're great at what you do for work, and I look forward to many more years of our friendship.
Nice, thanks, Budsy. That's all we got time for, guys. About to head out on the track, but Peter, from me, mate, I won't speak for too long because I'll probably get emotional. But just want to thank you for the impact that you've had on my footy career, both on and off the field. Because of you, mate, I'm a better friend, better teammate, better husband, and I'm going to miss you lots, you and Tess and little Hamish and your family. Yeah, as I said, you've had a huge impact on my career through your professionalism and dedication, and I've always looked up to you since I got here, mate. You'll be sorely missed. You've had an amazing career in your own right on field, and then that doesn't even include your leadership, mate. You've had a huge impact on this footy club, and the legacy that you've left here will last a very, very long time. And although you probably didn't get the success that you were after while you were here, hopefully in a few years' time you can look back and reflect on the impact that you had here, and that when we are successful, that will be largely because of you, mate. So well done. Congratulations on an amazing career. And I look forward to, as I said on social media, to a lot of years of friendship to come. So thanks for everything, and go well this weekend.